People will say to me, "How do you find content to talk about?" And really, it just presents itself wherever I go. Hey, this is Tracy with Tracy Talks. Welcome. I decided to get away for a few days, and I knew that I wanted to pack light. I thought, well, I can wash up clothes if I need to. If I'm at the house, I'll be honest, I will wear a pair of sweats a couple, 3 times because I'm not dirty. I'm not getting dirty. So I don't feel like they're dirty. But I've been walking around here. The temperature has been warm, so I've been kind of sweaty. And I thought I'm going to wash clothes. I headed down around 6:45 in the morning and somebody was in there and I thought they were putting clothes in both of the machines. So I decided I will come back. And I waited about 40 minutes. I went to breakfast. I did a couple of other things. And when I went back down to put clothes in, I noticed that one of the machines wasn't working. This is one of those machines that takes quarters and it has the slide mechanism. Well, the slide mechanism was stuck. And I walked to the front desk and I told the attendant, I said, one of the machines is broken. Said it's not working. So he followed me back and he looked and he was like, I can't fix this. It looks like the quarter tray is full or something. So let me call somebody. And I went back down again, still nobody had come. And at this point, I told the guy at the front desk, I said, can you just give me a call when whomever is coming to work on the machine? Sure, we can do that. So in the meantime, one of the other exchanges, one of the guys like, yeah, only one of the machines is working. And I was reminded in that moment of why I am reluctant to be in a relationship. With my different exchanges with different people, and this is a hotel that has extended stay, and there's quite a few people here that are extended stay. There's a full refrigerator, there is a cooktop stove, and there's glasses here, and there's a dishwasher. So there is an option if somebody needs a place to stay that they have all of the amenities that they need. But in that moment, I was realizing that there were several different men who were aware that the washing machine was not working. But no one went. Like the person that got the machine stuck should have went to the front desk and said, "I don't know what happened. I was trying to use the washing machine. I put the quarters in and it didn't come back out and it doesn't work. And can you call somebody to fix it?" But no, nobody did that. And when I did go to the front desk, I said, "I didn't break this. I'm just the one trying to get it fixed." When I went back down with the repairman, I jokingly said, "I am assuming that a man broke this because it has been my experience that men don't feel the need to fix things." To be honest, like a child, like I didn't break it. I didn't want to tell anybody that I broke it. I didn't want to bring any attention to me. And so I told him, I said, "I know this was a man because here I am. Like, can somebody fix this or give me the tools because I can fix it probably." Of course, the repairman just laughed at me because he knows it's true. I had set my timer on my phone to go back down to check the washing machine after 30 minutes. And it was on the final spin. So there's a couple of chairs in there, and I decided, you know what, I'll just sit here and wait for that to finish up. There's 2 washers and 2 dryers. And I'm sitting there on the chair, and some older gentleman comes in, and he is putting his clothes in the other open available washing machine. And he looks at me and he says, "Is that your clothes in the dryer there?" And I said, "No, my clothes are in the washer. I'm waiting for one of the dryers to become available." And this gentleman says, well, that dryer there, it never shuts off. It just always keeps running. And I am on vacation and I am not trying to be blunt and mean and aggressive and assertive. Like I'm trying to be on my best behavior intentionally. And it was all I could do not to say, have you reported this to the front desk for somebody to actually fix it? So right now, I've already encountered two different men who were well aware that the washing machine and the dryers are not working properly and have not reported it to anybody to actually fix it. So again, I pick up my lovely ray of sunshine little self and I stroll to the front desk to talk to my new best friend. And I have this big smile on my face. And I said, are you aware that one of the dryers never shuts off? And he looked at me and he said, no, I will have somebody check on that. That's probably just something wrong with the timer. And then out from the back room comes the serviceman. It looks like he had just finished eating his breakfast. And the serviceman kind of overheard our conversation. And he looks at me and smiles and he says it was probably a man. Yes, it was. It was a man who said that there was an issue, but didn't want to report it. I looked at my new best friend at the front desk and I said, this is actually a fire hazard. So we both walked in and I got my clothes into the dryer. And I'm reminded of one of the driving factors of why I got divorced. And it comes back to this idea that I had been with and married to and dating men who don't just want to take care of things, that wanted a mom. And I do have a friend that recently I had a text pop up on my phone and he was like, there's some of us that are really good and we cook dinner and we buy groceries and we take care of things and I responded to him, I know there's good ones out there, but there's a lot of them that aren't. There's a lot of them that want somebody else to take care of everything. They want the woman to fix things. They want the woman to make things better. They want all of this support and they don't really want to give back very much. There are a lot of men out there who still want a mother, who want somebody just to pick up their crap and take care of them and fix the shit. And I know a lot of women like me who are not going to do it. We've done it. We're not doing it again. I don't know that men realize that you guys have to hold each other accountable. Like you have to hold your friends accountable. You have to hold other men up to some standard. Like we can't do it as women. Our messages are not validated. We're pushed away. So the messaging to change needs to come from other men. Like you guys have to hold your peers to some standard. I was out walking one of the days I was on vacation and I walk every day, but I'm not someone who walks 4 hours a day. So by the end of me being out, I was usually extremely tired. My legs hurt. I wanted to get back home. Certainly not a warm and fuzzy person at this point. And one of the afternoons I was walking back to the hotel, somebody was walking towards me. And this person was on the other side of the sidewalk. Well, as we were coming closer together, because we would have just naturally passed each other had we both stayed where we were at. But at one point, this man moved over to the same side of the sidewalk that I was walking on and continued to walk straight towards me just to be a dick. There's no other reason for it. Eventually, I start to move to the other side of the sidewalk, and then he goes back over. While so many people may think that these little behaviors don't mean anything, there's this what seems to be this broader thing happening here. And whatever you're experiencing in your life, dude, is not my fault. And when he walked by, my natural response under my breath was, "You're a fucking dick." And I could have confronted him, but that's not a wise decision to make. I could have said something. Again, not a wise decision to make when I'm alone. But it brings me back to this same messaging that there feels like there's a lot of anger that men have and that they're being directed. It's being directed towards women. And doesn't make us as women want to invest any time and effort into you. Like your anger, you have to fix that. There isn't anybody on this earth that can fix that for you except you. There's been times where I myself am angry about things. I have to get over that. I have to take steps to get over that. And I've realized that nobody's coming to save me. Feels like there's still a lot of men out there that are expecting women to fix their life, to take care of them. Even found me on vacation. Like, what are the odds? What are the odds that I'm going to pick a hotel that has broken washer and dryer? What are the odds? What are the odds that nobody's going to say anything except me? But it was perfect. It was perfect for content. It was perfect for like working through these feelings. Yes, I can fix things. Yes, I can take care of things. And it just was a reminder that, come on, guys, come on, do better. Not by any means saying that there aren't women out there that aren't just as manipulative and, um, what's the words? That aren't looking for somebody to save them. I'm not saying that there aren't women like that, but I sure do have enough personal experience, and I have heard the stories of my friends, and I've witnessed this gender dynamic playing out. I'm not saving you. I'm not. And again, here I am because I wanted my washing machine done. So, yeah, I did take care of it, not going to in a relationship. But for all of you good guys out there who don't want to hear the complaints and don't want to feel like you're being unfairly categorized, I don't know, maybe you have a conversation with your friends. Do you have friends? Do you have people you hang out with? Do you hold them accountable? That's the only way forward. Like, if you've got a shitty friend, hold him accountable and say, dude. So I did get my clothes washed and dried. I did get content for a pod. I don't have any answers. I don't have any way to help improve this situation. I don't have the answers because it takes each and every one of us to want to live differently in a different way. It takes each of us wanting to see value in somebody else Not have power over? I don't have the answers. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.